So we were going to move house, it all fell through, and we decided we wanted to extend our house because I was pregnant at the time and we needed more space. And that's when we contacted CDS Property. Chris and Ben both came over, had a look around, came back really quickly with some quotes after looking and telling us kind of the sorts of things realistically we could do to our current property. And as soon as they gave us the quote, we were really happy. They were on a job at the time and said, kind of gave us I think it was March, they said they could probably start, but actually it turned out it was February, so it was earlier because they finished their job earlier, which was really, really great for us. So yeah, they came and started the loft, which we always tell people actually, we were really impressed with how quickly they worked. So kind of as soon as they were in, I mean the photos show it all, but it was kind of down, everything was moving really, really quickly. The loft it was done within about a month actually, which we were really impressed with actually. Aside from, I think it was just the carpet we were waiting on, but the actual structural stuff was all done really, really quickly. When they were here, you know, obviously we had people, electricians, plasterers, obviously Chris and Ben. Everybody was professional. The mannerisms we've got 3 children, we were always impressed actually, the way they spoke to us, very polite, very well mannered. Everything was left spotless. It was every day we came back, it was clean, it was tidy. They just understood the realities of having children and that we needed it safe for them as well as ourselves. Yeah, so they did the loft, which was brilliant, and then started downstairs. So we actually decided to move out for a few weeks just while the big kind of structural work was done in here, because we had a newborn baby, didn't really want the dust around him, to be honest with you, and we have the luxury of having parents close by, so we moved out. And yes, I mean, it just every day we'd come back, and again, the rate of work was incredible actually, it was fantastic. Yeah, so once kind of everything was knocked down and everything was back in, obviously utility room as well. Chris kind of gave all the ideas for in there. We were going to have a toilet put in and they suggested making another room in there, which initially we hadn't thought of, which again, kind of every idea was given by Chris. He, you know, I'd say to him, what do you think from your experience? And he would come up with an idea that it was, we would usually, if not always, go with actually. Like I say, after knocking all the walls down, everything, the whole of downstairs was re-floored. We ordered a new front door, and that was the only thing that had a little bit of a weight on, I think with COVID and everything, there was a bit of a weight on front doors, but they finished everywhere up until the original porch. And as soon as the door was here, that's when they took the old door down, and that was done within, I think, 2 or 3 days. So it was really, really quick turnaround again. The wall at the end here, they weren't sure originally if they would be able to take it out, and the one here, they didn't know how far, but again, they managed to take it out, you know, completely, which was, again, it just opened the house up so much more than what we thought it was going to be. The spotlights, you know, again, all Chris's idea, makes it so much lighter, it just feels so much more open for having a family of 5. The shelves, again, we ordered those, but you know, Chris and Ben fitted those, which we were really impressed with. Again, we'd ordered them to size, but they were too long, so Ben had to shave them all down, bless him. But yeah, I mean, everything was, we were just really, really impressed, and we wouldn't kind of, you know, we recommend them so highly to anybody. We really would. Any other work we've got to do, they will be our first call.
So we're Elena and Daniel, and we live in Emerson's Green, and we recently had our house renovated, and it was a no-brainer really that we were going to choose him to be part of the journey with us, and it's been fantastic, and we wouldn't have had it any other way.
No, I suppose once we started talking about ideas, even before we considered getting quotes, we got Chris to come around and just give us some advice really. Which he's great at.
We've never done anything like this before, so it was just perfect to get someone that we could trust, that we knew, and we did speak to other people that had work done with him as well, so it was brilliant. But he just made everything so easy from start to finish. We didn't have to worry about a single thing, which I think was a massive thing for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just was so easy from, you know, he organised everything. So from our point of view, especially, it was lockdown, children were home from school, no childcare, working from home, and it could have been really stressful, but it was fantastic, and it was all down to Chris and his team.
Yeah, and I think what I like a lot about the way Chris and the team work is that he's very inclusive in big decisions. You know, although we needed his advice, we were very involved in everything from you know, how we wanted the kitchen laid out to everything. And Chris is really inclusive, and he'll go away and he'll think about it overnight, and he'll come back the next day with usually a better suggestion than we've come up with.
Yeah. He won't just settle, will he? He won't just settle for, if he's got a better idea or he goes away and thinks, actually, let's do it a different way. He won't just go off and do it on his own. He will obviously speak to the clients and us. At the time, it was every day he was coming back with new ideas, and actually I think this is better, and what about this and what about that, and he was never pushy. It was just always guidance, but it was his opinion, which we valued as well. So 9 times out of 10 we actually went with everything that he kind of discussed with us. So yeah, brilliant. And
we've ended up with basically more than we thought we would ever be able to achieve with the budget we had.
And in such a quick time as well.
In a really quick turnaround.
There were no hold-ups, to be honest, at all, was there? No. There was no big massive dramas, no delays in the tradesmen that he brought in, and everything just went like absolute clockwork. So genuinely would recommend Chris to anybody.
So the work he did for us was basically remodelling the downstairs of our house. So we had a separate dining room, which has now become a kitchen diner. We turned one of our garages into an indoor playroom, and we also moved some big bifolds put in at the back of the house as well to take advantage of the south-facing garden. And we also did a bit of removal of a wall and a repositioning of a door in the lounge as well. So virtually touched every room downstairs. And a lot of those ideas, again, evolved through discussions with Chris, Ben and the team, because we hadn't thought of certain ways of doing things. Also as well, this is a timber framed house, which not something I've ever considered before, but it did come with the odd complexity around structural stuff and supports and steels. But again, Chris was more than happy to have those conversations directly with the structural engineer, you know, to cut out the ill-informed middleman, as I was. So that was really helpful.
Yeah, I mean, what we've got now out of the home that we already loved, but we eventually knew that we did want to make better use of the space that we had. We wanted the back of the house to be the hub of the house, the family area, and that's exactly what we've got. It just works so well for us all, the children, and in the summer with those bifold doors, we can't ask for any more. So yeah, thank you, Chris and the team.
He was recommended to us by a friend. We said we wanted our drive done. Yeah, he came highly recommended. So we asked him to come round and give us a quote.
When he came around, he gave us the price. He was able to start quicker than we thought. I think it was only 2 or 3 weeks later, which we weren't expecting, so that was good. He turned up when he said he would on the day.
Very good at communicating, which a lot of builders are.
It's his strength, the fact that he actually keeps you updated about what he's going to be doing, where he's going to be.
They came on that awful weekend and were doing it,
Yeah, they
weren't
were doing some of our drop curb in the snow, which I thought was good.
Yeah. Everyone comments how good it looks, and it's
made a big difference to the front of the house. Can't fault Chris. His communication and his team are great.